Welcome back, everyone. It's a 13th session of Great Pitch Contest, and it's going to be a lucky one, I hope. And so by meaning that, I hope that we won't have any technical issues because, online conferences always can lead to some tricky situations, but fingers crossed that it's not gonna be the case this time. So I'd like to welcome our judges, and I hope that we can see them now. Yes, perfect. So we've got here Wiktoria Przybylska from Microsoft. Hello. We've got
Hello.
Markus Erken from Sunfish Partners. Adrian Konrad from Plugin Foundation, sorry for that. And Lucas Bem from Cenovo. Hello.
Hey.
And now, I think it's time for our first startup, Place Me and Martyna. We can
hello.
see your presentation, we can hear you. So it means that you can start now. You've got 3 minutes. Good luck.
So, hello, my name is Martyna and I would like to introduce you to Place Me. We noticed that only 13% of all global sales are made online. And moreover, there are thousands of tools such as Google Analytics or Brand24, which shows us how the clients behave online. What kind of website do they visit and what kind of products do they buy? Companies cannot imagine working without them. But wait, what about the remaining 87% of the global sales? Sales that are in the offline world. We don't do any analytics. And what is more, average company spends over half of their marketing budgets on the local marketing, like billboards or in-store marketing. And unfortunately, we cannot see the reaction of our customers to those promotional activities. That is why we founded Place Me. You can use it to do the same thing, but in real world, in offline world. And we were founded recently, but thanks to us, big companies in retail, banking, and FMCG like Coca-Cola or Nestle are making better decisions every day. And you are probably wondering, how does this work? So everyone actually always carries a mobile phone. And those mobiles are sending location data to a number of servers, including Place Me. And thanks to that, now we can understand how the customers behave. Where do they walk or drive every day? And with different types of databases that describes building, businesses, and people in terms of demographics, and our ability to use machine learning to analyze those terabytes of data, we are able to provide comprehensive metrics. And we share those metrics with our clients to help them in daily decision-making and to make the most of their marketing budgets. And right now, we offer 5 products, and each of these products provides a different value to the customers. Place Me Location shows where the services are missing. Place Me Navigator shows where you should target promotional activities and your sales representative. Place Me Persona will show you and help you with better communication with your target group, but in the offline world. Place Me Network will help you provide information about changes in the market. And Place Me Data that will equip your systems and applications with unique geodata to gain better market insights. And all our products are delivered as a web applications where all data is uploaded in real time. And you are probably wondering, and actually in the world, only in Europe, there are thousands of companies from different sectors that can actually benefit from using Place Me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So that's before time, so we can smoothly move to the Q&A. So who'd like to start from our judges? Adrian, I see you unmuted. Oh, or Victoria, who'd like to go
Okay,
first?
I can very quickly go. So you are mentioning Europe and opportunities around the world. Are you scaling already there? And if so, where are you already? In which markets are you available?
So actually, right now we are only in Poland, but we are trying. Like our goal for this year is to start the international expansion. And during this year, we would like to go into Western European countries, and we are actually well prepared for that. And our team is focused to do that as well as possible. And our technology is fully scalable, so we don't worry that there are gonna be any issues, because for now, to prove that, we have more clients than our employees.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your competition? I didn't see anything about them in your presentation.
Of course, and that's why we have a reason for that, because for now we don't have any direct competitors. We can see some companies that actually use location data as we, but they solve different problems and they have different end users. So, for example, in Polish market we have Just Stack, but as I mentioned, they solve different problems and they have this different end users for their solutions.
Can you maybe quickly on the product tell me, so how do you do that? How do you retrieve the data? Do you work with telecommunication companies, or how do you make sure that, for example, you get now my location if I walk in Poland?
So for sure, I will mention that all the data is anonymous, so we don't know like personal data. Our location data are from thousands of mobiles, and it's available on the market, and the data can be extracted. And we don't use personal data, but we only aggregate statistical data, and it's more like statistical research. And thanks to our machine learnings and our algorithms, we make sure that the collected data is faithfully describes the real situation. And so we know that it's like we don't need to worry about this data, and so we only share the data with like not the personal one, but like insights to the customers' behavior.
Marcus?
Cool. Let's assume you guys succeed. Who's gonna hate you the most?
Who's gonna hate us the most? I think e-commerce, or marketers who works online and have their colleagues who work on offline marketing, because we're gonna make money on the offline marketing, and we want to develop this product and to be recognized in the whole world.
We still got 30 seconds to go. Any other last minute questions?
I have one question on the pricing. So how do you price this?
So right now, actually, we are working on the pricing, but we offer the service in the web application, as I mentioned, and we try to deliver the package to the purchase package for our customers, and they have the subscribe option to analyze the data.
Thank you. So in this case, this was Martina from PlaceMe. Thank you so much. And now we are going to move on to our next presentation of the next startup on the list. So it's David. Yes, David and
Hello.
Noka. Hello. So we are waiting for your screen only. Yes, I can see it's loading. So just give us a second. Can you go to PowerPoint and go full screen? Maybe click hide.
Full screen?
Yes, maybe click hide because it shows on the presentation.
Okay.
Super. So you're ready, and now you've got 3 minutes. Good luck.
Hello, my name is David. I'm CEO of Noka. Standing in the lines of supermarkets is annoying for everyone. Imagine how comfortable it could be if you go to supermarket, take products from the shelf, and when you go to the checkout, you will just pay with card amount shown on monitor automatically. This is Noka, cashless technology designed for supermarkets and grocery stores. You just need to take the products and pay at the checkout. No need to have cashiers, no need to make scanning of products, and that's why no lines. How it works? We have patented the technology that use high-tech card, weight sensors, smart barrier, and software that manage everything this. Unlike another competitors like Amazon Go, Trigo, and other companies, we don't use any recognition cameras, computer vision technology, or NFC tags. No mobile app is required. That's why our technology is cheaper and can be easily scalable for any size of supermarkets and grocery stores. We already built an experimental store with 100 SKU, and how it works, it's available on our YouTube channel. And in 1 month, we are opening a small mini market that will be available for real customers. Now it's available for only our staff, and we are actively testing and filling with products. Local retail chain companies are interested and waiting for our final test results. Carrefour, Spar, and other companies are very interesting, and really we are going to check the user experience, and then they were going to place orders. We're going to make revenue, get revenue from hardware sales, installment, monthly fee. Currently on this project are working 6 members, and 2 of them are very high qualified in software development and electronics engineering. As I mentioned, in 1 month we are going to open this mini market, and then we plan in something in June or July start serial production of this product, and at the end of the year we expect that we can offer to real customers our product. It consists of hardware and software. We are looking for investors that are experienced in this technological kind of projects and can help us to launch the serial production and improve the technology. Thank you for your attention.
Thanks so much. We're already in the Q&A. So who'd like to start with the questions?
Cool. Thank you, guys. What makes you stand out against the competition?
Sorry, competition?
Yeah, what makes you stand out, your USP against the competition?
The main task is that another competitors are using computer vision technology that is expensive and cannot work 100%, and they need additional human interaction to solve these problems. And our technology doesn't use this. We don't record any personal data, and there are no cameras at all. We use a different technology that is necessary, that you touch card when you open the fridge, for example, and that we recognize who opens the card, opens the fridge. So this is different technology that is cheaper than others, and real chain companies can start this project easily without not too much investments.
Are you
Georgia,
Adrian?
sorry. Georgia is very specific market. You have a lot of replacement for a lot of products that are available in Europe. Do you think about scaling to other countries, or how that would actually work for you when, for example, the Amazon Go could be already available at that time? Do you think about this?
We're located in Republic of Georgia, not USA Georgia. So here there is no such technology, and we're planning to work here in our country and then expand to another country. So of course, when this will be well tested and improve this technology.
Do you also take care of the manufacturing and production of the hardware, and then how complex is that?
It's very easy because mainly we need this barrier that can check in and check out, and only weight sensor and different type of sensors that can be easily developed. It's not big production. It's very easy, and it doesn't need any big servers. It's just one simple PC working on this system, for example, for a 60 square meter mini market, for example.
Okay.
One
I have a
minute.
question regarding. Okay.
Yes.
So the question is, usually the cost is the main killer of this kind of thing for retailers. So what is the cost of implementation for this technology, and how long an average Carrefour Express, let's say, will need to work for that cost?
Main cost of this project is for these weight sensors, and approximately for one SKU now we have approximately 10 US dollars approximately, but we expect that for a serial production, if we do it, it will decrease. So currently for 3,000 SKU mini markets, this is normal. It will cost approximately 40,000 US dollars, and we expect that we will decrease this cost.
Thank
And
you,
this is
David.
important for us.
Great. So unfortunately, we have to wrap it up because we ran out of time. So thank you very much for being here with us. And now we will be joined by our next startup of this session, and it's Prone and not Tomek, Piotr.
Hello.
Okay. Hello, Piotr. We can see your screen. However, there is no presentation there yet.
It should be visible now.
Yes. Okay, so let me just start the clock. You've got 3 minutes. Good luck.
Oh, and it just disappeared. Okay, it should work now.
Okay.
Okay, so hi, we are Brown and we are trying to solve the counterfeit market problem by using digital certificates. And the problem is pretty big. I mean, 1 out of 5 customers have unconsciously bought a fake product, and 2 out of 5 brand name products bought online can be fake. That's enormous, and it even gets bigger when we come to the numbers. So each year, brands lose over $1.2 trillion of income because of their intellectual property rights infringement. And in 2022, even 5.4 million people may lose their jobs due to this increasing counterfeits market. And we want to solve that because COVID made it even bigger. So we want to offer a product, a platform for manufacturers that enables them to issue digital certificates of authenticity and ownership, and a mobile app for consumers in which they can store these certificates. So essentially, a manufacturer will certify products using our APIs or the web app, and then the consumer will store the certificate in the app, and he can or she transfer the certificate alongside the product when the consumer sells it on the secondary market. So our proposition is to protect the revenues and PR of manufacturers while also guaranteeing the consumer that he buys an authentic product. And we use blockchain technology for that, a technology that enables us to be fully transparent by using cryptography and decentralization. And we made sure that only the brand can issue a valid certificate. And the certificate itself is an NFT on a public blockchain. Our customers, our direct customers, are brands. We chose streetwear, footwear, and apparel manufacturers for the very beginning that are willing to protect their IPs. And our indirect customers are the consumers that buy this kind of products, right? And the research that we made showed us that the vast majority of consumers wants this kind of solution. Okay, so our target market is the $25 billion market of streetwear counterfeits, and our scaling perspective is the global footwear and apparel counterfeit market, which is valued at about $150 billion. Of course, we have competition. There are several projects, but mainly on the luxury brand market, and we want to compete with them using our user experience by being fully transparent and also by the price. And we also think that we will scale faster because of our target market streetwear. Our business model is either pay-as-you-go or subscription. We only charge manufacturers for certificates they issue. This is our team. Tomek is our project manager. I'm a full stack developer and also blockchain developer. And we also have Wojtek, who is our backend developer. We all have some experience in what we do. I can tell you more about that later if you ask. And thanks for your attention. I'm waiting for questions.
Great. We are now in the Q&A. So who'd like to start from our judges?
Cool. Can you talk a bit about traction? What have you guys achieved so far?
For now, we have a working prototype, which we made a couple of months ago, and right now we are working on an MVP and a first implementation with the first brand in a couple of months.
Cool. Thank you, Piotr. The way I understand it is you need to raise awareness on the B2B as well as on the B2C side. So how do you do it on the B2C side? Do you directly approach consumers, I don't know, via marketing, or do you just target B2Bs first and then they will, offer or propose the app to their consumers?
That's an excellent question because exactly that's why we chose streetwear. Streetwear is a very specific industry in which customers really care about authenticity of the product. They want stuff from the manufacturer, not stuff that looks like it's from this brand, right? So consumers already are aware of the problem. They want to buy authentic stuff and they seek solutions for that. So that's why we chose this market, and of course we need to raise the awareness, not so much, but still. So we will do some marketing on social media or using influencers from this industry.
Victor?
Who from your competitors is the most successful, and what is the reach for the most successful? How many users they have and so on? Do you know?
I would say Ariani is the most successful one because they went into partnership with a famous watch manufacturer. But as far as I'm concerned, there are not much people use it. I mean, we can
Why?
go into possibly thousands, but no more.
Can you tell us a little bit more if you will be allowing end users to sell the ownership? We know that like streetwear is often resold. Will you allow that, or only manufacturer will be able to issue that?
It's on our roadmap. I mean, we don't want to provide the trading functionality, the trading functionality right away, but we want to enable the transfers of the certificate day one. So people, if they possibly sell the stuff on eBay or any other trading platform online, they can sell the certificate or just transfer the certificate to the new owner to prove its authenticity and ownership.
Do you only have the certificate, or are you tied to the product? Because I mean, there's competing approaches where you only have the certificate, or there's companies like Wabi, for instance, where they actually try to attach something unbreakable to the label in addition to that you actually try to protect the product itself.
So the certificate is a separate entity. I mean, you need to transfer the certificate alongside the product. So it's not tied physically to the product. It's a digital being on the blockchain. So the consumer needs to transfer the certificate alongside the product to prove its authenticity. So essentially, a product without a certificate should be considered a fake one. If, of course, it was certified by the manufacturer.
Thank you, Piotr. We ran out of time and we are moving on. So thank you so much. If you'd like to share more, you can always go to the Hopin platform, to the Great Pitch stage and comment there, drop some links. Okay, so now it's time for Sales Beat. So let's see if they can join us. Yes, Vina is here. Hello, can you unmute? You are on mute.
Sorry, yes.
No problem.
Sorry.
And now we only need your presentation. Can you share your screen?
Yeah. There you are. Can you see that?
Yes, we can. So now I start the clock and you've got 3 minutes. Good luck.
Great, thank you. Hi everyone, I'm Veena, co-founder and CEO of SalesBeat. We eliminate lost sales due to out of stocks for consumer packaged goods companies. I have 20 years in this industry, consulting for and working in companies like PepsiCo and Diageo across functions and geographies. When I first started working for this industry, it came as a shock to me that the industry uses data for decision making, only for innovation, marketing, and financial planning and forecasting. This is despite the widespread availability of information, the influence of social media, and even global warming on consumer decision making, and consequently sales, especially sales. In fact, ignoring external data is the driving cause of lost sales and lost market share due to out of stocks. You probably are wondering how this happens. Meet Tom, a salesperson for Pepsi, who sells into Walmart. Tom has agreed a joint business plan for sales with Walmart and meets with them on a regular basis to discuss tweaks to these plans. Both the plan and the changes are based on historical sales data. But as we all know, we as consumers never look at how much we bought last year in March to decide how much to buy this year in March. This disconnect is the leading cause of out of stocks in this industry. In fact, according to a study financed by Procter & Gamble, it cost the industry $3 trillion in lost revenues. Now meet BeatBot by SalesBeat, the AI-powered solution that gives salespeople the power of knowing what consumers want at any time. Beat's AI processes more than 50 data points to make predictive recommendations of optimal order volumes, eliminating lost sales due to out of stock. We launched our MVP in June at the height of COVID. Despite this, we are in pilot discussions with more than 50 large CPG companies, of which we are in advanced discussions with 5 large CPG companies and have agreed pilots with Procter & Gamble and Suntory already. We charge $149 per salesperson per month for Beat. The total obtainable market for software and digital solutions in the CPG industry is more than $700 billion today and is expected to grow to $1 trillion in the next 5 years. We are raising $300,000 in convertible notes and safes to go towards pilot implementation and sales and marketing, of which we have $125,000 committed. We are looking to raise the rest. While I bring the CPG expertise, my co-founder Alex brings a technical expertise in building and scaling technology for startups. We have a skilled team of developers and an industry expert as an advisor. We are also backed by VCs and angels who know the sector well. We are SalesBeat. We are powering the future of CPG sales. If you are interested in learning more about this opportunity or know any CPG company who may be interested in using Beat, email me on veena@salesmeet.co. Happy to answer any questions you may have now.
Great. So let's move smoothly to the Q&A. Who'd like to start from our judges?
So I can start. Which market are you testing this on right now, and what are the next markets you want to get into?
Yeah. So we are currently focused on English-speaking markets primarily, and P&G, the pilot is with the US sales team. And interestingly, Suntory, we have a pilot with the Thai sales team at the moment, who are apparently also English-speaking. But because the sales process is similar across the different markets, we can basically use the same product in different places. Does that answer your question? Sorry, go on.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the competition that is in this market also?
Sure. So in terms of the products used in this industry, for sales intelligence, they use primarily CRMs, and it's used by field sales teams. So when they call on bars, pubs, clubs, convenience stores, and that sort of thing, they use CRMs because of the sheer number of customers they have in that space. When it comes to national account, key account managers like Walmart, Target, Tesco, and those sort of customers, you don't have any sales intelligence product. They rely purely on historical sales data. And then you have production planning apps like Anaplan and Predict HQ, which basically tell production planning people how much to produce so that they can meet demand when the orders come in. So this space is basically empty, is what I'm trying to say.
You were talking about more than 50 data points. So where do you get that data from?
Most of it is publicly available information. The one paid source that we use is Nielsen's and IRI data. So that basically gives us consumer sales from the stores of each brand.
Okay.
But other examples are things like weather forecast, home rental, home sales, pollution, dust factors, age demographics data, and that sort of thing. So all publicly available.
Got it.
I'm trying to understand what your secret sauce is, because I mean, if most of this is public data, I mean, all the companies you mentioned, they're literally paying millions every single year to have consulting teams to be working on very similar things like you're mentioning. Well, what makes this special here?
What makes it special? Two things. One is that we have the combination of data that we use actually brings the sales forecasting or the sales predictions to within 5% of actual sales. So when we tested it, it comes to within 5% of actual consumer sales, which is really good because 5% overstocking basically means you sell out in the next few hours at the store. And the second thing is how we deliver the insight. So while you have data teams in companies that basically do similar things, the sheer amount of data that we process and interpret, it takes weeks for them to do that. So for them to go through that data, come up with insights. That's basically why they do it only a few times every year. They need to basically look at this data, come up with how this applies to consumers. So they do it for NPD, innovation, and that sort of thing. Whereas we can package that into insights that the sales, it's actions. So for example, it'll tell the salesperson, next week there's a heat wave. You need to discuss an order of 25,000 cases, rather than giving them a chart of increasing temperatures and sales that they'll then need to interpret, which is what is currently happening now. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
I'm not sure we have any time for more questions, but if you'd like to say a few words to our audience, you can still do that. Vina?
Oh, thank you. So if anyone knows CPG companies who may be interested in using Beat or benefit from using Beat, then feel free to give me a shout. My email is vena@salesbeat.co. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now we are moving on to the next startup. But of course, Vina, you can write more on the Hopin platform. So welcome, Lester. We are waiting for a screen only. Something happened, but I hope that we'll be back soon. Yes, Lester is back. Please share your screen with us.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. We can see a lot, but okay, now we can see your presentation. So I'm starting the clock. You've got 3 minutes. Good luck.
Okay, thank you. So thanks again. Good morning. My name is Lester, and I'm representing OmniPredict. OmniPredict is a digital sales and marketing growth tool, which is offered as software as a service. That practically means that we help small and medium-sized businesses grow their sales, optimize their marketing, optimize their return on ad spend, and practical lifetime value for their customers by offering our platform. So as we speak right now, there are hundreds of thousands of business and marketeers out there that they're gonna get their hands on reading data, interpreting data from multiple tools, from Facebook ads, business platforms, to CRMs, to Google Ads, Google Analytics, Power BI tools, and goes on. So this has certain barriers, certain capacity for small and medium-sized businesses. So either you have a DIY solution that they can have effective marketing to an extent, and sometimes in most cases, they're bringing also an agency on board, who again comes with some barriers, meaning that pretty much they can allocate a certain amount of time per customer depending on how they're engaged. So we were thinking, how can we do this better? How can we make a platform that can help a small business owner, sometimes from a solo entrepreneur to a business that might be around £5 million in revenue, that they might have 3 people only involved. The same applies also in lead gen. How can we give them automation for marketing, but not only analytics, but actionable insights? And most importantly, how do we do that without them having to go through a course or a 6 months training, and how they're actually doing it? So we developed OmniPredict, our own platform. First of all, I'm very happy to say that we're coming packed with functionality. that is specially designed for small and medium-sized business. And I will emphasize on that several times because Fortune 500 companies and even large companies, they have plenty of options out there. So we're trying to downscale this and bring it to everyday, businesses. So first of all, our platforms offer full media buying, either if it's Google Ads, Facebook ads, and up to TikTok, whatever has to do with media buy. You can do it through our platform from A to Z with split testing and all the bells and whistles. We designed a fantastic CRM that I'm very proud of, which is completely the opposite from the traditional CRMs, meaning actionable data, predictive lifetime value, average order value, next expected purchase from a customer, and designed for small teams. So you don't have to pay per license, you don't have to pay per seat, and literally can be up and running within 10 minutes or less. Most importantly, marketing strategies that marketeers all over the world, they're spending time optimizing every day, having them applying them manually or semi-programmatic. A small business owner now can run a wizard and within a few clicks have them up and running for their business. We offer amazing data analytics out of the box, 100% data privacy and ownership, and most importantly, we don't sample data. All the data that they see there, they're real. On top of that, we have a fantastic team of PhD artificial intelligence experts that they help us optimize these performance again with the minimal amount of data required. So what I'm trying to say is that we've done already pilots with businesses that they have less than 100 orders per month, and the accuracy of our algorithm is more than 20%. And as you can imagine, the more data we have, the better we can do it. Now, this is exactly what I'm trying to say is that lots of companies right now, they have a lot of analytics. They have even predictive analytics, but they don't have the next step. And this is what OmniPredict does. It's the next step. This is from a pilot that we've done a few months ago, and you can see that the artificial intelligence audiences that we generate, the segmentation that we generate, actually improved their return on ad spend 150%. And this is what OmniPredict is about. We are practically a little bit of an agency that works 24/7 for you. This is some of our current strategies that we use now every day. So, for example, we have a whole upsell opportunity, which is very personalized and very predictive, meaning that the e-commerce manager can throw in upsell relationships to the system, but on the checkout, we made it personalized and upsell, not just a generic upsell that most of the small, medium-sized businesses have available out there. Intelligent, cognitive sentiment analysis. So you get an email 7 days later and you say, how was your experience? You don't get any these happy emojis or, stars to rate. We actually give you a paragraph, a text box, right? Whatever you like. I love the product, the delivery is really bad. This automatically, the systems flag when it comes to delivery. You might have a local provider issue and automatically, especially for the US market, we did some very fun examples. So we're sending an email and SMS and we say, guys, we apologize if you didn't have the experience. Let us shorten up the deal, have 5% or let us send you some brownies. Our optimization techniques, again, what we're actually very proud of is that for small businesses, we're taking the data silos out. We're making a data lake. No more a little bit of data in Google Analytics, a little bit of data in Facebook ads, Google ads. We are pulling, and your CRM separately, we are pulling all this data into a data lake, and that artificial intelligence algorithm is optimizing it for you. We did the same for the PPC ads. We are trying constantly to do ads fully programmatically. Keys and audiences that you cannot find, for example, through the business manager. But these are not just assumptions for a marketeer. They're all tied up with the whole experience. So part of the product,
sorry to stop you here. I just want to let you know that we've got only 1 minute for the Q&A because you ran a bit over it. So would you like to continue or we move to the questions? I stopped the clock.
That would be up to the judges.
Okay. Okay, I'm resuming the clock right now and let's move on to the questions. Who'd like to start?
What are you guys focused on? Because to me, it sounds like you want to do a bit of everything and better and cheaper and prettier than a lot of competitors.
A lot of competitors, indeed. Yes, one of the goals is to have pretty much one tool that replaces multiple. And this is the only way you can have enough data points practically for a small business, your algorithms to be as accurate as possible. Not necessarily cheaper. one subscription, but will be tied up to the media buy. So it depends on how actively you do media buy and advertising online marketing.
I assume your target market is e-commerce SMBs?
For now, yes. Actually, because of COVID, it was a great opportunity for us to accelerate this process. But in the near future, we want to do a little bit of lead gen and also demystifying the call. How hot a lead might be when they're calling in. Like it's a law firm, a doctor's office, and goes on.
Okay, so how do you do sales right now? Yeah.
Can you please repeat so I didn't get your question?
How do you do sales right now? Is it via partners? I don't know. Are you listed on the Shopify App Store, or do you do it mostly via online marketing?
Right now,
Lester, please answer this question on Hopin, all right, or here in our private chat, because unfortunately we ran out of time here. We need to move on because we still have another 2 startups, I think, to present in this session. So thanks a lot. Please move to the Hopin platform to let us know about that. So thank you, and let's see if we can be joined by Anjo. No, Carolina. Okay, Carolina from Playtrix. Hello. And
yes.
Are you sharing your screen?
I'm on it.
Okay. Yes, we can see it. Feel free to start. You've got 3 minutes.
Okay, hi everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our pitch. My name is Carolina, and I'm going to tell you how Playtrix is democratizing the music industry. With every new development in the music industry, new problems and challenges arise especially for the whole industry, but especially for music creators and performers. With digitalization and streaming of music, for example, problems such as the lack of transparency, lack of access to data, and lack of money became very prominent problems. Just to give you an idea of what artists face nowadays, there's about 60,000 new tracks uploaded to Spotify every single day. And 20% of Spotify's entire catalog has actually never been played before. That's about 4 million tracks that have never been streamed. So as you can imagine, the artist that is trying to make a break in the music industry, especially those that are going at it independently, really need as much access as possible to all the data available in order for them to understand what is happening to their music and to make informed marketing decisions. Now, there's a few ways in which artists can deal with this issue. One, of course, is to do nothing, to sit back and probably not go anywhere. Another one is to rely on the data provided by the distributors. But the problem with this data is that it's first-person data only, and it only comes from streaming, so no social media. A third option is to do it yourself, which means logging into many different platforms to retrieve many different data points and put them all together yourself. And the problem with this is that it's quite time-consuming, and it can amount to quite some money as well, because each of these platforms will have their own subscriptions. So the solution to all of these problems is Playtrix, because Playtrix extracts data from both streaming and social media platforms, providing the artist with a complete overview of what is happening with their music. Apart from visualizing and analyzing their data, artists can also compare it or benchmark it to any other artist in the industry. And additionally, we also offer music distribution to all the major streaming platforms, solving the issue of money, since it's all under one subscription, and the issue of time, as it is all under one platform. The company was founded last year in June of 2020, and we launched the beta version of Playtrix in December. In February, we had a public launch, and so far we have about 700 users and more than 200 distributions done through Playtrix. We have 4 main revenue sources and services. These are free music distribution, paid music distribution, an artist dashboard, which is a monthly subscription, and company usage, as we will offer services to record labels and artist management agencies. So just to wrap up, Playtrix is a data analytics company for the music industry, and it is formed by music business professionals, innovation and business experts, and experienced developers who unite forces and put their knowledge together in order to follow behind the mission of empowering artists and bringing back the power to the artists. And this makes us the perfect team for the task. Thank you so much for listening. And if you'd like to contact us, here's our information.
Super. So now we are in the Q&A. Who'd like to start with the questions?
Can you please tell us a little bit more about those numbers from those 700 artists that you have already? How it helping them, and how do you monetize on them?
Yeah, sure. So we have the 700 user we have. Most of them at the time are using the distribution process. So they basically are independent artists that are making music, and through Playtracks they distribute their music to streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok as well, and many others. And we actually there will be a paid distribution rollout soon, which has added features for the artists, such as playlist pitching and social media assets. And then we also have users that are in the data dashboard that costs 10 euros a month. And yeah, that's how we monetize this.
Over 2 minutes to go. Any other questions?
Do you have any example of some insights that artists can get from it, and how they are actually can use it to boost their sale or their strategy?
Yeah, sure. So the information, the data that they can get is everything that has to do with their streaming. For example, we have a lot of data on playlist, and we visualize it in a way that artists can see what playlist support they've got in their music from the past as well, all the way until now, and what position that has taken. That allows them to know how well their music is doing. We also have comparisons with other artists as well. They can add other artists to the graph, where they can see how their other artists' music is doing and how their music is doing. This is specifically useful when you compare it to artists that are similar to yourself. So then you can go and see what are they doing, so you can better yourself in the case that they're doing better. There's also all information about the followers, and it helps them understand where they have most of the followers, so what works better for them, and where they need to get better.
How do you raise awareness among the artists, or how do you acquire new artists?
So as I mentioned, we have we have a few of music business professionals. We have a big network, and we've started by there. But we use social media, of course, as the easier way to find do-it-yourself artists is through platforms such as Instagram or even Reddit. And we do email campaigns, and also we are looking into partnership with instruments and DJ tools retailers, so that we can reach the people who are buying the instruments, which assumingly are the people making music.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much. We just ran out of time right now. So thanks a lot, Carolina. And make sure to go to Hopin platform and drop some links for everyone watching. And now in AI or in iSoft, Stan will tell you how exactly this is meant to be pronounced. So now I am setting the clock to 3 minutes, but we still cannot see your presentation. Are you sharing it with us? Also, you're on mute, and we need your voice. So, Stan, can you hear us? Okay, we can see your screen, but you need to unmute. Something happened here. So Stan basically needs to refresh, but he cannot hear me. Okay, in the meantime, we usually do it when we wrap up, but while we are waiting for Stan, or he's here. Oh, okay, Stan.
I'm here.
Okay, and we can hear you.
Hello?
Yes. Can you
I'm
share
really
your screen
sorry.
again?
It was some difficult. with your user experience. Hello, everybody.
Right.
Hello, dear humanity.
Wait a second, please. I haven't started the clock yet. Could you please share your presentation because we can see. Okay, now we can see lots of logos. If you could go to your presentation. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm starting the clock right now. You've got 3 minutes. Good luck.
Okay, many thanks. Hello, dear humanity. I'm really happy to see you here and to tell you a story about in-AI soft. In-AI mean inside artificial intelligence software. So 2 years ago, we created for our clients the most game-changing project that change all mining industry and for today make capitalization 2 billion. So this technology is change everything in the world. It's atomic swap technology that stake everything to everything. So, and we decided to add on base of these technologies to add all power of apps that already exist. But we had a lot of GPU power and we created artificial intelligence that predicted software that will be created by Amazon, Facebook, Google, and Microsoft next 10 years. So, and we last 1.5 years created this software. So this is software from future of our humanity. So, first of it marketplace of artificial intelligence. We have the biggest in the world marketplace of all companies who ever do artificial intelligence in the world. Because today, businessmen is not developers and they don't understand where they can take this artificial intelligence. They look for this, but they can't find it. And we created the only one place in the world centralized where we connect all startups with AI together here. So, and already connected because each time we come to Collision, Web Summit and so on, everybody need to show their projects and not for today or one day like here, but every day. So that's why we did this. So also we created our own video conference with AI that understand what behind video screen, how many people, what is their emotions and so on. Even you can click on some people and find there in social networks if they want to you can do it and so on. So also our AI can make websites, programs, software and so on. We have our own cloud storage. We have our own search, better than Google, better than all. And we of course have our streaming service with Lego Music where AI when you can digitalize your person and your own AI will stream your favorite music like you for yourself. So, and in a TV it's the same, but for episodes and film. Of course, we have our own financial ecosystem and venture capital in AI Cash and in AI Wallet. This is our financial instruments that connect all our apps together by one ecosystem. So, and of course, we have our social network much better than Facebook, Contact, and so on, because all dreams of Durov and Zuckerberg we created here, but they will do it next 10 years. So, of course, after we do this, we understand that we're doing something more special than startup. And what is it? Yes, we created ecosystem smart city. And today, our main project is smart cities. We created all ecosystem from 100 apps. Today, working around 60 apps. But till the end of this year, we will publish first time in the world by one time 100 apps in Apple Store in one day this summer. So it will be all apps that people need. So all other apps and startups will just parody for us, because we created technologies from the future, not from the past, not from our time. We created everything together in one ecosystem, and our AI connect our database, and we created new type of database, AI database, that smarter than everything in the world. Nobody has this technology.
Sorry to stop you here, Stan. We've got 2 minutes left for the Q&A. Would you like to maybe answer questions of our judges?
Of course, I want to answer questions of Microsoft. Why they see us on each event and don't meet us, no one time? Please answer us.
Oh, wow.
Well, but I have another question for you. So what is your business model? And because it seems that there are quite many,
You really want to know our business model? Okay.
How you are like, where is money coming from? Who is paying and so on?
I tell you. It's nice model. Look, corporation stole all our data. Microsoft, Amazon, Google take our data for free. Our system get rights to people for all this data. And tomorrow, when all people will have documents for all their data, they will able to ask money, to take back money for stolen data. So after this, all corporations will pay to each people every day, every day money. And we will take just procents for our system, and we let people to live without money, swapping everything to everything in smart cities. And our smart cities is the only system that can give people the last chance, because not Microsoft don't create smart cities, not Amazon, not Facebook, nobody. They create games, different something, AR, VR, and so on. But today, 5,000 children dying from, they don't have water to drink in the world. Every day, dying 5,000 people. That's why I think before we don't create something good like smart cities, and all people will not die because they don't have water. So I will believe that we live in a really nice world. But today I see a lot of problems and no one solution. And we are the company who want to give every solution to this world, to humanity.
Sorry to stop you
all
here,
people.
Stan. Thank you so
No
much.
problem.
But we ran out of time. Oh, sorry about that. So that was the last startup. So thank you so much. If you'd like to add something, please go to the Hopin platform. So thanks a lot. Okay, so we've seen 7 startups, but now I would like to hear more about you. We've got only 1 minute to go. So if each of you could maybe say something to the audience, who should basically reach out to you? So Lucas, would you like to start and give us a short intro to yourself?
Sure. So do I have a minute, or do we all have 1 minute?
Yeah. We all have 1 minute, so just a short one. Yeah.
Okay. So we look for B2B SaaS companies in what we call the initial scaling phase, having first revenues and customers. Feel free to reach out to me on the Hopin platform.
Okay, Adrian.
Hi, I'm part of Plugin Foundation, and we organize Polish Tech Day conference at the end of May, and I'm responsible for our own startup contest that we partner with World Summit. And feel free to contact me, and I invite you all for Polish Tech Day.
Thanks a lot. Marcus?
Hi, everyone. Early stage deep tech in Poland are the 3 things I'm looking for. Thank you.
Super. Thanks. And now, Victoria, from Microsoft, our matchmaking partner. So what would you like to say to our audience?
I would like to say that I'm responsible for Microsoft for Startups programs. So if you are a B2B startup that is right now scaling in Poland and globally, feel free to contact me and we can discuss Microsoft for Startups.
Thank you so much. So that wraps it up. And you'll be joined by Anna, my colleague, who will lead the next session. And it will be about AI and security. So see you soon.